the initial years of my childhood, I had an immense fear of insects. I cannot stand seeing one, let alone having it hover around me. My mother would always tell me to be brave and fearless like her, unafraid of absolutely everything. But I just couldn't bring myself to do that. The fear was lodged in my mind, unwilling to dislodge anytime soon. Any insect, even within 6 feet, would induce screams and scampers. Good morning, one and all. I am Saanvi, and today I would like to talk about the psychology of fear. But before we get on with that, let us try to understand what fear really is. Now, fear is an emotion that triggers biological responses as well as emotional ones. This emotion acts as an alert in catastrophic or seemingly catastrophic situations, inducing bodily as well as mental effects. Although fears usually stem out of truly terrifying events, they can also be irrational. Fear consists of two primary reactions to some sort of perceived threat: biochemical and emotional. Biochemical reactions refer to the changes that occur in our body when we're scared. Our breathing gets faster than it should be, our heart rate rises, and we start sweating profusely. Along with that, our high adrenaline levels further aggravate the distress. These physiological responses are collectively known as the fight or flight response, with which our body prepares us to either combat or flee. Emotional reactions, on the other hand, are quite personalized and vary from one individual to another. The intensity of fear also varies according to their own experiences with the fear-inducing situation. More extreme experiences in terms of violence or trauma lead to dreadful flashbacks in some individuals, and sometimes these visual images are inescapable. Now, a commonly heard term is PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. It refers to a disorder where a person keeps having dreadful flashbacks of a traumatic event, which impacted them big time, such as a war or an accident. The nightmarish memory is hidden somewhere in the mind and often gets triggered for no reason, leading to unease. Now, we all have a different reason to be scared and have our own system of beliefs in that matter. While fear is a natural response, sometimes it is also considered to be a sign of distress and anxiety, caused by assuming normal situations to be life-threatening ones. This over-exaggeration of what is considered to be ordinary is a more serious form of fear known as phobias. Now, we all have phobias of some sort. Some of us have multiple phobias and others barely any. Some of us are scared of spiders, others of snakes, and whatnot. Again, it is the intensity and the type that varies. There are 500 plus recognized phobias in the world. Now, under normal conditions, a person typically gets scared only if the fear-inducing object is right in front of them. However, a person with a phobia would be scared of even the bare mention of it. And this is what differentiates a phobia from regular fear. A person with a phobia of spiders would go to any lengths to avoid interacting with them. The sheer mention of spiders may send shivers down their spine. But the question still remains the same. Why do we have phobias? Now, a theory for this is that our phobias evolved. Our ancestors may have had regular contact with fear-inducing objects and may have had scary encounters with them. As a result, their fight or flight response got activated and they reacted. This reaction may have gradually developed into a fear and may have passed on to the later generations, turning into a full-fledged phobia. So, how do you identify one? How can you differentiate a phobia from regular fear? Well, when people have phobias, they tremble, have panic attacks, or become aggressive. They feel an immense need to get out of the situation that they're stuck in and will use any method to do so. People with phobias act the way they do because they're wired that way or have been molded like that due to external factors. It is important to know, however, that they mean no harm and that the problem can be treated. So what can you do about it? Well, the first saying to do here is to understand the psychology of fear and why we act the way we do. Once it's established that these emotions are completely instinct-based, we can further develop treatments to help reduce its ill effects. For people with specific phobias, a procedure called systematic desensitization is applied, where they are exposed to their fears through a series of processes. And this is done to help them be more comfortable with what they're scared of, and it's very effective. The whole point here is to get you past the potential panic and tension to a place where you have to confront your fear and eventually realize that you're absolutely okay. This may help reinforce a positive reaction with a feared event. In conclusion, fear is a crucial survival mechanism, but only in the right amounts. When overloaded with it, seeking help is always the best thing to do. Finding ways to control your fear can help you better cope with this emotion and make life a little easier to live. Thank you.